How to use verb tenses in research papers. Welcome back to the University English Hub. My name is Anthony P., and I give lectures and seminars on academic writing to the top universities in Asia. Let's get into the details on the best verb tenses for writing. Which verb tenses should you use in your research paper? All sections of your research paper will use multiple verb tenses. However, there are specific verb tenses that will be used more often in each section. Which verb tense should you use in your methodology section? Your methodology section should be written in the past tense as your research has already been conducted. For example, surveys were distributed to 320 students via email. Which verb tense should you use in your results section? Your results section should be written in the past tense as your research has already been conducted. For example, 210 students said that they relied on their financial scholarships. Which verb tense should you use in your discussion section? Your discussion section should be written in the present tense to apply your findings, state the implications of your research, and to suggest further research on your topic. For example, further research can explore the correlation between student age and financial need. Which verb tense should you use in your conclusion section? Your conclusion section should be written in the present tense for truths or facts supported by research results that are not likely to change. For example, most students have a strong concern regarding their personal finances. Which verb tense should you use in your introduction section? Your introduction section uses many tenses. By using different tenses, you can convey a specific mood to your reader. The rest of this video will explore how to use multiple verb tenses in academic writing. If you're enjoying this free content, please like and subscribe below. Now, on to the next topic. When to write in the present tense. Different verb tenses can create different moods. If you write in the present tense, your mood is confident. You are telling the reader that the data is clear and that there is no debate on the subject. Here is an example in the present tense that has a confident mood. Although it is recognized that eating fruit is good for you, the optimal quantities and proportions of each type of fruit are much debated. Because the present tense is used in this example, the author's mood is confident. The author is confident that prior research has proven that fruit is healthy. Having a confident mood like this is preferred in academic writing. Want to try an academic sentence with a confident mood? Write an example in the present tense in the comments below. I will read it and reply. Next topic. How to use multiple verb tenses. If you write using many tenses, it can mean that you are unsure about conclusions of the research. You are unsure that evidence being presented is definitive. Maybe you believe that something is still up for debate. Or maybe you believe that something has yet to be proven and that more research is required. Yes, different verb tenses can change the mood of your research paper in this way. Here is an example using multiple verb tenses where the mood is unsure. Many studies have shown that eating fruit is good for you. However, some authors have debated the optimal quantities and proportions of each type of fruit. Smith et al. Have shown that eating apples are the best source of iron, and Davidson reported that oranges have the highest vitamin C content. Because there are multiple verb tenses being used, there is a sense of doubt. When the author writes, "Many students have shown," this indicates that there are other studies that contradict this data. This indicates that there are exceptions. Let's take a closer look at this first sentence. If this sentence was changed to, "Many studies show that eating fruit is good for you," then we, the readers, are confident in fruit's healthy benefits because the use of one tense. Now, this does not mean that using multiple tenses is always a bad thing. Our next topic discusses when to use multiple verb tenses in your research paper. Often, there are exceptions to research findings, and often the findings of one study are not exhaustive or comprehensive. This is normal and often expected when conducting research. So, let's take a closer look at this. In our example, we read, Smith et al. Have shown that apples are the best source of iron. This sentence uses two tenses and has an unclear mood. And this mood accurately represents the findings. This is a good thing. If we changed this sentence to the present tense, it would read, apples are the best source of iron. This new sentence is false. Apples are not the best source of iron. Apricots are. The original sentence with multiple tenses is accurate. In this case, using have shown is accurate because maybe Smith et al. Didn't test the iron properties of every fruit in the entire world. Maybe they only tested the 5 most common fruits purchased in grocery stores located in San Francisco, California. With such a specific sample, the doubt would be justified. To recap, write your methodology and results section in the past tense. Write your conclusions and discussions in the present tense. Use a mix of present and past tense in your introduction section, and use a mix of verb tenses to change the mood of your paper. Now you know how to use verb tenses in your research paper, and when to use multiple verb tenses in your research paper. By choosing the right verb tense, you can better guide the reader through your text. If you have enjoyed this free content on how to use verb tenses in your research paper, please like and subscribe below, and I will see you in another video. Bye!